Alright guys, we're going to start on our lift here. Again, this is the Skyjacker. 2.5 to 2 inch for JKU. Here's what you're going to need. Most of you should have this, especially if you're trying to do this yourself. Definitely get your beginning heights. I actually wrote them down on the paper, but I already got it jacked up. Both sides. Remember, you want to jack it up on the frame. And after this, take off the tires. Alright guys, got the tires off both sides, you can see. The other one's disconnected. We'll pull that off. And roll it out of the way. Alright, now we're going to disconnect our sway bar links. For this, it's 18 millimeter. So we'll get that and take that off. Alright, let's take your 18 millimeter. You need to disconnect from here to here. Take that bolt right out. Same with the other end, right there, both sides. You're gonna need a wrench, socket, and go ahead and pull that bolt out. Alright, once you get the bolt out, pull it right out. Set it down. And that is now free. So let's go to the other side. There you go. Got the second sway bar. So go ahead and just throw the bolt in. Lift it right up out of the way. Do the same thing with the other side. And on to the next step. Alright, next we're going to take this bar right here, the track bar. It's 21 millimeter right here. Looks on the JK here. Got a holding nut, so that's easy. So go ahead and put your socket on, pull the bolt out, and we're going to lift it up. This is also, I have jack stands underneath my axle for right now. You know, they're just kind of relieving any pressure for when we take it all apart. It will just kind of rest instead of fall. And always be mindful of your brake lines. You do not want those to snap. Looks like here on the JKU they got plenty of room, which is awesome. So we're set. So go ahead and pull this out. Go to the next step. Alright guys, once you get that disconnected, now you can see the axle is going to shift, but it's right here. Just put the bolt back in, don't lose that. But it did move a little bit, that's fine. Next we're going to take the shocks. Go ahead and take this out, it's 18 mil. And then you're going to have to somehow fit your hands up into there. Not a lot of room. So let's get that off and then I'll show you me doing that one. Oops. Alright, go ahead and take, you can't really see it. Got a ratchet up top, right on the bottom of the shock. Go ahead and spin that top bolt off.
You met him before?
No. Alright, next, go ahead and drop the axle. Disconnect your brake lines right there, because you will pop it. And then pull the springs right out. Boom. You're going to have to play a little bit to get them both out. But the axle's nice and low, support it, and I'll put the new coils in. Alright, go ahead, you're going to install these bumper spacers right here. Set them in place, mark them. And, you barely see the mark, but now we're going to drill. Drill right through with your, what was this? You're going to use the 25/64 drill. Okay, that's what it looks like. When you're done drilling, put your bolt underneath and attach the spacer and do it on both sides. Next step, after you get this secured, you're going to get your new spring supplied and we're going to put it in there. You're going to have to wiggle the axle to get it in. We might have to crunch it. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. Alright, you see we got the spring on. The first one goes on pretty easy. The next one, what we did is we jacked up one side and lowered the other side. And we took the bumper spacer there out and we were able to slide it in. It was actually pretty easy, as you can see. We got quite a bit of strain We took it out and we put it in. You're all set. Now we're gonna reconnect the sway bar. We'll lower it all back down and go from the sway bar and steering stabilizer, and then we'll put the shocks on. Alright, so we had trouble lining it up. The hole, it was actually sitting like right over here, so what we did is we put a ratchet strap, attach it to the frame over there, and basically just pulled it together. Now we're just going to pound it in and put the bolt through. Alright guys, I had to use a bigger strap. Mine wasn't strong enough, but we finally got the bolt in, as you can see. Right there. Make sure you're not with the piece of metal. That's basically so it doesn't spin. And you're going to torque it down. We'll go through everything at the end with the torque specs and torque wrench, but just make it snug for now. But that's it. And I'll take the ratchet strap off, and now you're going to connect your sway bar, which is pretty simple. If you kept the bolts right there, we'll put that in. Alright, so we got the sway bar connected. Everything's all back, snug down. We'll do the torques at the end. Just make sure everything's good. I put my brake line bracket back, reconnected all the way up there. Next we're going to put the shocks on. Make sure you get the front shocks, not the rears. Tell by the stem. Everything comes right with it. There's your spacers, your nut, and so comes with a sticker too. Throw right on there. That'd be pretty cool. So go ahead and put those in. Alright, got our new shocks in. So you put the bolt in first. Got this ready, clipped it, let it rise. On the passenger side there's like no room. So you gotta put the grommet, then the washer, then the nut in, and twist it and snug it down. Driver's side there's more room to play. As you can see, you can actually get your fingers right up in here. But once that's all snugged down, we'll put the tires on and tighten it down and lower everything in, and that'll be it for the front. Go ahead and put your tires back on, secure them up, and then we'll lower it down and go around and tighten everything out, torque it down to specs. I'll put the torque specs for all the bolts. You can see it's right there. I'll put that all in the details. Go ahead and torque it, and that'll be it for the front.